Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the month of March 2025. So there's a lot going on astrologically this month. Biggest one being we're having our first eclipse season of the year. If you're unfamiliar, there's 2 eclipse seasons every year. And these are times of potent change, letting go of a lot of things, changing the script, changing the narrative. If you look back at some of the biggest endings in your life, chances are they happened on or around eclipse season, okay? So really it's kind of like reality becomes a lot more malleable during eclipse season, and just a lot goes on, okay? It's like the energies just intensify. Imagine a full moon, but the entire duration of eclipse season. And this technically begins on the 14th of March with the lunar eclipse happening in Virgo. And then the second eclipse will be on the 29th with the Aries solar eclipse. So in between those 2 dates, from the 14th to the 29th, is what is known as eclipse season. That's when all these massive changes happen. But these energies can already begin and be felt before and after that. So really all of March, we're going to be in this like eclipse season energy. Then on the 1st of March, we have Venus retrograde in Aries. So Venus is the planet of love, beauty, relationships. That's going retrograde, moving backwards. So less of divine protection and influence in that area of life. Mercury is moving into Aries on the 3rd. Like we said, we had that lunar eclipse in Virgo on the 14th. On the 15th, we have Mercury going retrograde in Aries as well. So lots of planets going retrograde. And then on the 20th, Aries season begins. Okay, so we're currently in Pisces season, moving into Aries season. Venus continues on in retrograde in Pisces on the 27th. On the 29th, we have that Aries solar eclipse. And we also have Mercury retrograde entering into Pisces as well. And then on the 30th, the next day after that eclipse, one of the biggest changes astrologically of the year, which is Neptune moving into the sign of Aries. Neptune does not change planets very often, so it's very significant when it does. Neptune rules over spirituality, morals, ethics, our relationship with the unseen realms, our psychic abilities, all of these unseen things, thoughts, ideas. It's ruled by Neptune. Our vision of what we want, reality, illusions, everything unseen is ruled by Neptune. And that is moving from a sign, Pisces, that is very in alignment with Neptune, to Aries, which is all about the self. It's a little bit more aggressive. It's a little bit more action-oriented and physical. So taking spirituality, these ideas, and bringing it down into physical reality in a very forceful way, we may be seeing some of that in the collective on a global level, which can be very thrilling, very exciting for some people. On the other hand, this may lead to more dogmatic individuals, which, the world just does not need that right now. Your beliefs are your beliefs, and they actually might change in March, to be honest with you. Your morals, your ethics, your spiritual beliefs, your idea about life and death, they may be changing in March. So be open to that. Not always a bad thing. I think change is a good thing. Seeing things from a new perspective is a good thing, because this is a big internal and external shift. Neptune moving into Aries. But anyways, Taurus, let's dive into your month ahead with the cards. What's going on for you? We have despondence with the third eye chakra. And look, we see here someone who's very, very normal, judging this person who is really connected to Mother Earth, connected to themselves, their own nature, and just being themselves. So there's a sort of gap here, a schism between, the voice inside that judges versus who you really truly want to be. Despondence. Okay. It's time to turn off that judgy voice from within and allow yourself to really be weird and authentic. If you're in like a newer relationship, for example, you may finally be showing each other your weirder sides, which is my favorite thing in relationships. Just being yourself, showing the world who you are and allowing yourself to be seen more without judgment from other individuals. This may be a theme for you this month. From the Fairy Wisdom Oracle, we have the Chocolate Brownie Fairy. This came out for Aries as well. And this talks of allowing yourself to indulge in your pleasures more often. I'm also seeing like literally pleasures with food, sensuality, the physical experiences of life, and really enjoying that, indulging in that. Some of you guys may be getting into baking, cooking, sensuality, interesting new kinks, for example. I don't know. Just enjoying your physical senses and having a fine taste in those things. So pay attention to that. We do have Venus retrograde, which is interesting because it kind of rules over those physical pleasures as well as our relationships. So I don't know. I always view the retrogrades as like, mommy and daddy is going away for the weekend and we're left alone. And the planets are mommy and daddy, you know? So Venus, our mother of love, relationships, sensuality, hobbies, talents, beauty, interests, creativity, she's going away. And we're left to our own devices. So it's like, for example, like maybe you go to cook and you're just experimenting in the kitchen. What you come up with can be genius. It could be disgusting, you know? So retrogrades, I don't view as a bad time. I actually view them as times where we really just see who we are without the influence of these planets, and get to really experiment. And of course, lots of mistakes can happen during these retrogrades, but also some really great discoveries and blessings also happen during retrogrades. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't talk about, you know? So yeah, I don't know. Moving on with your tarot. Ooh, we have the Devil in reverse. See, out of all the Devil cards, this one is the most like sexually explicit in the cards. Look at that. And you know, it's funny, I mentioned kinks and whatnot, so some of y'all are getting down and dirty and rugged this month. I'm just being honest with you. I'm also seeing this as indulging in, like I said, the physical pleasures of life, music, art, sensuality, food, beauty. You're getting down and dirty with it, and really, like I'm seeing like wine tastings and live performances, and just really enjoying the physical senses, which is wonderful because you're Taurus, and that's, you know, something that you rule over. Actually, you're ruled by Venus, so the fact that she's going retrograde affects you deeper than most people. And I love the Devil in reverse as well because it shows you ending karmic cycles, which Pisces season is trying to teach us right now. You know, breaking out of toxic or negative relationship patterns, patterns of addiction, patterns of self-imprisonment. You are freeing yourself from that. And it feels like major endings are happening there, especially around the eclipse season. And you may already be noticing some big changes with that. Even in February, you may be setting boundaries, you know, with the past, with exes, with your job, whatever it may be, wherever your boundaries were being crossed and you were feeling stuck, like I'm tied to this forever, or you just had some negative, toxic patterns with someone or something, you are successfully breaking free from that, which is just so amazing. And in an interesting way, you doing that actually makes life taste sweeter. Like your relationships that are healthy are much sweeter. Your hobbies that you do enjoy that are good for you are much better. And a good example I could give you of this, actually, one March, I think 2 years ago, in March, I did a sugar cleanse. And I did not eat anything with added sugar in it at all. It was very difficult. And what I found was very interesting is that fruit actually tasted sweeter. Fruit and herbal teas started tasting like dessert. It was the strangest thing. And the reason was because being so accustomed to all of these artificial sweeteners and added sugars, my palate needed those artificial stuff that is very much like blasting your brain activity much higher than it should be, you know, releasing all of this dopamine at once. You know, that was like a high that I was chasing, a sugar high. And my palate literally changed. That's how addiction happens. You know, you have these really high highs followed by low lows. And when you're in those lows, you start to get cravings. I'm craving cookies, I'm craving sweets. But fill in the blank with any area of life. Like when you're in a toxic relationship, it's really good, we're so amazing, and then it sucks. And then you're like, I just want to go back to that amazing thing that we had. Like, I need to chase it, I need to do this, I need to do that. And it creates patterns, like runner-chaser dynamics, for example. That's a great example in relationships where one person acts cold, distant, running away to get what they want, which is to be sought after, chased, whatever. And then they finally, the person chasing finally gives up and they're like, no, I'm not chasing anymore. And then that person who was running turns around and is like, wait, you're not chasing me anymore? Here's all this love. Here's all this attention. And then the cycle repeats over and over and over again. Chasing those highs, addictions. You are successfully leaving them in the past. Okay. And everyone, I would argue almost everyone on the planet suffers from addiction at some point in their life, whether they realize it or not, or even just using distraction from their problems. Chasing these highs. What is your high? Okay, what negative repeating cycles were you stuck in a loop with? You are successfully leaving that in the past, and I am so proud of you, Taurus, because that's a difficult thing to do. And interestingly enough, life tastes sweeter when you do this. Another good example I have of this, oh my God, I could go off on so many examples, is porn. Since this is such a sexually explicit reading, porn is a great example of this. When you watch a lot of porn, and that is how you masturbate and like orgasm most of the time, when you actually have sex with someone, your brain envisions like that pornographic material, and the actual feeling of a real person and the visuals of a real person, you're not used to it. And so it may feel a lot more dull than when you have this large variety of all these different people you can watch and whatever. I'm telling you, when you stop watching it and you only like just manually do it yourself or use your imagination or the people in real life, it feels so much better. And it is such a better experience because like your palate is natural again, if that makes any sense. There's so many examples I could give of this. Oh my gosh. This is a topic that I was obsessed with 2 years ago, and you're just bringing it back up for me. We have the 6 of Pentacles coming out. Balance is being achieved. I'm seeing such generosity. And you could find yourself on either end here. You could be giving quite a lot because you're feeling very blessed. And that brings you joy to give back. Or you may find yourself finally receiving for the first time. Probably, honestly, both. Like there could have been areas in your life where you were really, really giving and not receiving, and you're finally finding yourself with another giver who gives back to you in the ways that you've never really felt truly like you could receive in. And that may make you want to give more as well. So it's just a beautiful reciprocal energy. We have the 4 of Swords in reverse. Taurus, one of your challenges this month may be cultivating some chill. Okay, you may be doing, keeping busy. Make sure you're getting enough sleep is what I want to say, especially if any of y'all are in any sort of romantic relationship here, because y'all are some freaks this month. Get some sleep, okay? Y'all are starting, like your energy's feeling like a empty thing of toothpaste. Like, recuperate, rest, recover, drink some water, okay? We have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse right underneath the Devil in reverse. So these negative repeating patterns probably are linked back to your parents and your family and how you view relationships, how you manage your relationships, your home and your family life, okay? This is where a lot of changes, practical changes will be taking place in the month of March, specifically around eclipse time, setting boundaries, healthy boundaries in the home with relationships, etc., in order to break free from that negative, toxic past, those repeating cycles that you don't want to repeat anymore. We have the Knight of Swords upright. Very quick forward movement. Some of you guys may be really wanting to just dive deep into some impulsive life decision in March. Like, man, I want to marry this person, and just getting to it, proposing or whatever, running off to Vegas, or man, I just want to start a business all of a sudden and just hopping right into it. You know what I mean? It's very impulsive, very quick moving. It can feel a little scary how quick moving it is, but when it comes out upright, it's a very positive influence. You know, it's like you have a sudden idea, you don't overthink it, you just act, and it like somehow does lead you in a very beautiful direction. And then, oh my gosh, and then right next to that, we have the Knight of Coins. 2 knights next to each other upright. Man, I'm telling you, like, any partnerships or connections that are healthy, that are not remnants of, you know, the toxic repeating past and addictions, they're looking really great this month. And I'm seeing you are connecting with someone or multiple people who you have like the same vision in mind, and you work very, very well together. And this could be in multiple areas of life. Like you may have a business idea, for example, and you have a business partner, relative, friend, whatever, that you want to do it with, and you both have like the same vision, you both work hard, you both put in energy, and you both get paid well. It's a great partnership. Same thing with romance. It's like you're both on the same page, and it's like your long-term vision of what you both want is the same, and you're both just crazy and impulsive enough to make it happen. So I really love that. But because this is all working out so beautifully, again, I feel like that's why you have like 0 chill this month, and it's like, get some rest. Okay, there's a lot going on, I get it, but like get some rest. Okay, thank you so much for joining me, Taurus. Interesting, fun, amazing, I'm proud of you sort of month ahead. Okay, definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this month ahead. And if you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there, shamanic life coaching sessions there, as well as my online tarot reading course. So check it out. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.